Okay, this is a re-resin because on this one, the resin went through the paint and got in the canvas and saturated the canvas and wound up making divots in the epoxy. You could see them. It looks just like holes and stuff. This is my bird in the middle. And where'd he go? No, this isn't the bird in the middle. This is just a painting. Getting them mixed up. Anyway, this had a couple of divots about the size of a quarter, where the epoxy went down and back up because it went through and soaked into the canvas. So I'm having to redo this one. So this is 4 ounces of resin and my famous words. Here goes nothing, folks. I sanded it with a scruff pad. So that the new epoxy will adhere to the old epoxy. Gives it kind of grooves and stuff. And the new epoxy just kind of covers all that up. And you don't see the scratches and all that stuff. So you don't need to be that careful. I did wipe it off with alcohol and a clean rag. And that's hot water. I'm moving right now. And I mix the epoxy in, especially this Pro Marine. The resin, the hardener is kind of liquidy, but the resin is real thick. And so I heat it up. And well, it moves pretty easy, as you can see, maybe. And see how this goes. I used to tape these pads down to the table, and I've kind of gotten away from that the last couple of times, and I am going to go back to that because they move around pretty easily on this table. The edge feels all slick. Corners feel slick. Everything seems to look pretty good. Just run it over the side a little bit. So that's good. I don't see any divots in it. And I can get my gloves off without making too big a mess. Okay, a little alcohol spray. Supposed to pop the bubbles. Let that dry a little bit and level itself out because it gets kind of lumpy. Scared me the first time that happened. When I did it, I thought, oh boy, I really messed this up. And it didn't take very long for it just all to self-level out again and look really glassy. So that really works. It worked on the Hobby Lobby 2-part epoxy, and it works on this Pro Marine. I have the tabletop epoxy. That's what I'm using on this, and I think it gave me the most working time, and it could go on thicker than the other stuff that I looked at. some of the stuff couldn't go on any thicker than, say, 1/8 of an inch. Now on this, on a canvas, because of the sides rolling off and everything else, that's about all you need. It's probably 1/8 of an inch thick. But on my panels that have a frame it's a panel, either glass or a canvas panel sitting inside of a frame, and I'm epoxying the whole thing. I try and get the epoxy up to the top of the frame, and that can be over 1/8 of an inch. So that's why I went with this. Anyway, I think that looks pretty good. Let's see if I can set this thing on fire. Whoops. Oh, that looks nice and glassy. That looks nice and glassy. And I don't see any holes, divots, whatever you want to call them, craters. A couple of them were craters. They were deep and big around. Quarters, a little bit bigger than quarters. I don't see anything in there now. Voila, and there we are. Okay, thanks for watching all of my silly videos, and I'll show this when it's dried. Bye, thanks for watching.